people, today doing my 15 favorite fight seasons full. It's gonna be great. Number 15 is Tantrum vs Yeti. This was a great fight because it was just mostly Yeti, but I liked it because Tantrum was actually able to get some hits. And I almost felt like there was damage done in every hit. Like I felt like Yeti suffered some pretty big damage in that fight. But otherwise it was just Yeti dominating and stuff, tearing Tantrum apart. But otherwise it was a great fight. Number 14 is Endgame vs Cobalt. Cobalt was an Endgame were kind of just feeling it out, like not wanting to attack each other. Neither weapons collided with the enemy bot. Then all of a sudden they did. Endgame sent Cobalt flying, like almost to the roof. And then after that, Endgame got one more good-ish hit, which flipped Cobalt, and after that, Cobalt was finished. Number 13 is Railgun Max vs Shell Shock. Railgun Max was just all over Shell Shock from the beginning. Like, there's nothing Shell Shock could do. That vicious egg beater was already on it. Box rush and all. It just threw Shell Shock up onto the rail, and I've never seen Shell Shock fight again. Number 12 is Warhawk vs Ragnarok. I like this fight, and why it's number 12 is because both bots were doing good. Like, they had a fun time, for sure. Look at the size difference, but anyway. So, Ragnarok was getting its hammer hits on for the first time, and Warhawk was getting some decent air for Warhawk. And the fight ended how was Ragnarok had Warhawk pinned. Then all of a sudden Warhawk's spinner hit the wedge and sent Ragnarok flying backwards, and then it stopped moving. Number 11 is Quantum vs Valkyrie. This fight was great, just great, because it shows that Crushers don't need teeth to do great. I mean, Quantum actually slotted Valkyrie into the screws. That's crazy if you've ever seen that. Number 10 is Quantum vs Duck. What could Duck do? I mean, after the win against Blacksmith, everyone wanted to see Quantum fight again. And its next two fights were just sad losses to Lockjaw and Death Roll. Those are two really good bots. And what I really like about this is Quantum did everything. It actually punctured Duck where even the mighty blade of Cobalt couldn't. And that's crazy. That's crazy, okay? And this is the first time in history, I think, that Duck actually caught fire. So, yeah. Number 9 is Railgun Max vs Free Shipping. There's a good fight. Because it was just Railgun Max from the start. It was getting some huge amount of free shipping. And all of a sudden, big fight turnaround, Railgun Max's egg beater stopped working. And then Free Shipping took control. And eventually Free Shipping won the judge's decision against Railgun Max, which made Railgun Max's first loss of the season. Number 8, Railgun Max vs Bloodsport vs Uppercut. This was an entertaining fight from the start because Uppercut actually showed how you win a rumble. May not be the entertaining way, but it's if you're desperate, this is how you do it. You wait around and just let the other bots destroy each other, right? And then when there's one wounded, hurt, smoking bot left, you come in for the kill. It's kind of like just cherry picking, but still, it's how you win a fight, or with multiple bots in it. But what was the hit of the match when a Bloodsport hit Railgun Max's sides and got knocked back because Railgun Max's sides are tough. The cheese is very tough. So Bloodsport went flying backwards into the rail, bounced up and out of the arena. It was so funny. Yeah, it was a good fight. This fight was just Deep Six from the start. It took 3 hits. 3 single hits. To split Axe backward in half. It was insane. In the end, Axe backwards was just this smoking wreck across the arena. What do you know? Very ironic. Deep Six vs Nelly the Alley-bot. One of the Nelly parts went flying and broke a light, and the glass fell on Deep Six, which was that was funny. But it again took 3 hits to completely annihilate Nelly. This was the first ever double knockout, because in the final hit, which completely conked out Nelly, knocked over Deep Six. Both bots were done, and that made it a judge's decision, which then gave Deep Six the win. Number 5, Copperhead vs Warhawk. It was kind of like boring at the start. Like Copperhead was getting some miniature hits. Warhawk wasn't doing much. And then all of a sudden, Copperhead went rogue and sent Warhawk flying into the screws. That was basically where Warhawk got knocked out, so yeah. Number 4 is Copperhead vs Senavoyachi, the rematch. Because this was insanely good. You know why? Look at the difference of drivers. That's what makes it good. What otherwise makes it good was this Senavoyachi's revenge. It was the revenge. This was Poison Arrow's, Senavoyachi's revenge. The old Copperhead was Poison Arrow, which somehow knocked out Senavoyachi. This was a great fight from the start. Anyway, but Senavoyachi completely got its revenge by just dominating Copperhead and eventually somehow sending it out of the arena. Crazy. Number 3, Minotaur vs Black Dragon. This is number 3 on my list of favorite fights because look at the difference of drivers. Minotaur drivers on the left, Black Dragon drivers on the right. What's the difference? You can see why Minotaur's nickname Double. This fight was dead even. That's what makes the fight so good. You never know who's gonna win. This you could not tell at all. Minotaur was getting some pretty big hits, but so was Black Dragon. Black Dragon was getting some pretty decent control, but so was Minotaur. And it was just up and down from the start. And in the end, it was a judge's decision, and I don't know how they sorted this out, but they announced Black Dragon as the winner of the Desperado tournament. Number 2 is Witch Doctor vs Gigabyte. This was such a good fight. It was all Witch Doctor, just from the start. Like, there was nothing Gigabyte could do. Box rush and all. Like, nothing Gigabyte could do. It just the majority of the fight was Gigabyte being over 10 feet up. I'm gonna leave it at that. No, just kidding. But what was really funny about this fight was that the top armor of Gigabyte, not the whole shell, but just some of the top armor, came off, and then Gigabyte, the self-reading arm, hit it, which sent it flying across the arena. Like I never knew a battlebot could throw, but I guess it's possible. Sent the top armor flying at its own drivers. That's what makes it really, really funny. Number 1 is Cobalt vs. Duck. You can see there's almost no damage done to Duck, except the bill's gone. Cobalt is. This was all Cobalt from the start, but what makes it number 1 in the list was the biggest fight because this was the biggest fight turnaround in the history of battlebots. Like, this was crazy, absolutely crazy. Cobalt's known for its early win against Sub-Zero, which was just dominant. It was annihilating Sub-Zero. One of the most destructive fights I've ever seen. And then it fought Duck, the unbeatable, or indestructible, and tore its bill off. That's the first time that's happened in history. Then the biggest fight turnaround in history happened because Cobalt's wedge got stuck in the floor, which got it counted out. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If this video gets 5 likes, I will do something interesting. And check out this other video. It's called the BattleBots Rookies of Season 4. I'm reviewing all the BattleBots Rookies. I didn't do all of them, but most of them. Like 4 out of 5 of them. So if that video gets 5 likes, I will do a part 2, including the rest of the BattleBots Rookies. Before I leave this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. It's Random Runaway Jube Jube in Life OK. Then there's Hargopladamus, who's a great channel. It's at 70 subscribers. It's a really good channel. Nitro Crazy Gaming. I don't know why this channel isn't at like 200 subs, but it's only at 22 currently. Please help it get up there. Then there's Putty Pipes, who's at 100 subs himself. I don't know how, but I guess it's possible. Then there's Technic Zones. This is the first time I'm giving my arch nemesis a shout out. Better thank me, Technic Zones. And then there's, before we leave this video, make sure to subscribe to Theo Hummel and Dr. Sirius. These are 2 BattleBot uploaders, so make sure to check them out.